A very warm good afternoon to all of you. Dear students, I welcome you all in digital class of biology. Students, as you all know that we had already started with the revision of chapter human reproduction, and in that we have started about gametogenesis, and in our last lecture I have told you about spermatogenesis. Today we will study about oogenesis. Okay, but before that I would like to motivate you all with the beautiful sayings of Lord Krishna. Student, he says that सभी को सुख देने की क्षमता भले ही हमारे हाथ में ना हो. सभी को सुख देने की क्षमता भले ही हमारे हाथ में ना हो, किंतु किसी को दुख ना पहुंचे ये तो हमारे हाथ में है ही. तो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, डोंट हर्ट एनीवन with your words. Okay, you can slap that person, okay, but please don't say anything, because the thing which you speak, it will always be there, okay, in the brain of that person, and every now and then that person will think that why that person said that particular thing to me. Okay, but if you will slap her or him, okay, that can be healed, but the word spoken by you, okay, it entered so deep into your heart that it is very difficult to get rid of that pain. Okay, so try that anyone should not hurt by your words. Okay, so students, I hope so that you have understood deep meaning behind this beautiful thought. Okay, so with this I would like to start. As I have told you that we were studying about gametogenesis, and in gametogenesis I have told you that gametogenesis is a process by which diploid cell undergo cell division and differentiation to form mature haploid gamete, and that haploid gamete is your ovum in case of human female and sperm in case of human male. Okay, after that I have told you that it is of two types, that is spermatogenesis and oogenesis. We had already studied about spermatogenesis. Today we will study about oogenesis. Clear? So student, what is oogenesis? As a name depict, oo means ovum and genesis means formation. So formation of ovum. Clear? But you need to remember that from where. Okay, as we have studied in case of spermatogenesis, that formation of sperm from spermatogonia. Okay, similarly in your oogenesis, formation of ovum from oogonium. Okay, and this oogonium is also diploid as spermatogonium was diploid. Clear? And then it will undergo meiosis. Meiosis means reduction in the number of chromosome, and then it will be N. Clear? Remember, your gametes are always haploid in nature. Clear? So here it is given simple definition that it is the process of formation of the female germ cell. Okay, and where it occur in the ovary, and the shape of your ovary is spherical. Dear student, we will try to understand about the different phases of oogenesis through this flow chart. Okay, so your oogenesis consists of three phases, that is multiplication phase. Okay, this multiplication phase occur in the fetal life. Okay, that is when the baby is still in its embryonic stage. Clear? And then second is your student growth phase. Okay, it will be up to here, and then your maturation phase. Okay, it would be from here to here. Okay, so student, first of all we will study about multiplication phase. What happen in multiplication phase? This will occur in the fetal life. Student, oogenesis is initiated during the embryonic development stage, when a couple of million gamete mother cell, and the name of those gamete mother cell is oogonia. Okay, they are formed within each ovary of that fetus. Clear? We all know that human female consists of two ovaries. Clear? and make it sure, students, that no more oogonia, okay, that is gamete mother cell, are formed and added after birth. Whatever the number of oogonia are there during fetal life, it would be the same. Clear? And students, these cells, okay, they will start division and they will enter into the prophase 1 of the meiotic division here, okay, and they get temporarily arrested at this stage and are known as primary oocyte. Okay, this is important question for your competitive also, that at which stage, okay, a primary oocyte it remain arrested. We had studied in your +1 standard that there are two type of division, yes or no, about mitosis and meiosis, and meiosis is further also of two type, that is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2, okay, and in this we are studying about meiosis 1, and your primary oocyte will arrest at the prophase 1. After prophase what come? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, remember? So this primary oocyte is arrested at the prophase 1 of the meiotic division. I hope so that you are getting. After that, student, growth phase will start, okay, and in this what happen, each primary oocyte, okay, it will get surrounded by a layer of granulosa cells, and these structures are known as primary follicle. Clear? A large number of these follicle, they will degenerate during the phases from birth to puberty. And students, at puberty what happen, only 60,000 to 80,000 primary follicles are left in each ovary. Clear? These primary follicle in turn, they will get surrounded by more layer of granulosa, and now they are known as secondary follicles. Clear? Okay, after that your maturation phase will start. Okay, in your maturation phase what will happen, student? These secondary follicles, okay, they will soon transform into your tertiary follicle. And what happened inside it? Primary oocytes were there. The primary oocytes were also, okay, converted into tertiary, or they will also grow in its size, and they will complete their first meiotic division to form large haploid secondary oocytes and a tiny first polar body. Understood? Again I'll repeat, student, what happened in your maturation phase, okay, your secondary follicle, okay, which was formed in your growth phase, it will transform, it will become your tertiary follicle, and within these follicles, suppose these are follicles, okay, within these follicle primary oocyte was there, okay, then this primary oocyte will also grow in its size. When primary follicle becoming secondary follicle, secondary is becoming tertiary, there would be some growth inside it also, no, okay, so your primary oocyte will also grow in its size, okay, and soon it will become your secondary oocytes and first polar body. Clear? Student, remember that this tertiary follicle, it will change into Graafian follicle, okay, which will rupture this secondary oocyte from the ovary, and okay, and that process is known as ovulation. What is ovulation? It is the release of ovum, or I can say secondary oocyte, from the ruptured Graafian follicle. Okay, student, the second maturation phase occur after fertilization, okay, when the meiotic division of the secondary oocyte complete. The second meiotic division result in the formation of the second polar body and haploid ovum. Clear? I hope so that you all are getting. Okay, see here, number of chromosome, earlier it was diploid, and then after puberty what happened, it will undergo meiotic division and it will be 23, and then again it would be 23, because meiosis, it is of two types, that is meiosis 1 and meiosis 2. In case of your meiosis 1 it will be reduced, whereas in your meiosis 2 it would be same. Clear? Understood? And remember that oogenesis is completed when the sperm penetrates the ovum. Okay, and actually in young females, okay, it is secondary oocyte that is released in their menstrual cycle. Okay, clear? It is not the ovum, because still sperm hasn't arrived. Okay, I hope so that you all are getting. Student, if I'll compare your spermatogenesis and oogenesis, just have a look. Okay, here spermatogonia is there, here oogonia is there mitosis, okay, here also mitosis. What would happen? It will increase in its number, primary spermatocyte and primary oocyte. Okay, then it will undergo division, it will also undergo division, but it will be arrest. Okay, and remember that your spermatogenesis occur only at puberty, whereas the process of oogenesis, it is starting, okay, at during fetal life only. Okay, after that it will form secondary oocyte, it will also form secondary oocyte, along with it there are first polar body also. Okay, then this secondary oocyte, they will undergo meiotic second, okay, and it will form ovum and second polar body, whereas your secondary spermatocyte will undergo second meiotic division to form spermatid, and then it will undergo differentiation to form spermatozoa. See students, it would be more clear through this. Spermatogenesis and oogenesis, three phases are there: multiplication phase, growth phase, and differentiation phase. In case of your multiplication phase, what happen? Okay, your mother cell, it will increase in its number. Okay, in case of male it will form primary spermatocyte, in case of your female it will form primary oocytes. Okay, and then in growth phase what happen? It will form secondary oocyte, it will form secondary oocyte along with the first polar body. And in case of your differentiation phase, or I can say maturation phase, okay, maturation phase, what would happen? Your secondary oocyte will form your ooted and ovum, and then second polar body, whereas in case of your spermatogenesis, it will first form spermatids, and then these spermatids will undergo differentiation to form spermatozoa or sperm. Students, if I'll talk about the differences between spermatogenesis and oogenesis, okay, spermatogenesis occur in, it is the process of formation of sperm, and here it is egg. It occur in the male testes, it occur in the female ovaries. Okay, it start from the primary spermatocyte, it start from the primary oocytes. Okay, it form 4 functional spermatozoa, whereas it form 1 ovum. Okay, here 2 equal cells are produced, whereas in case of oogenesis 2 unequal cells. For example, your secondary oocyte and second polar body, and the size of your second polar body is quite small. And if I'll talk about the size of the gamete, sperms are small, whereas ovums are big. Sperm, they move, ovum do not move. If I talk about initiation of process, spermatogenesis begin at the puberty, oogenesis begin even before birth. And if I talk about growth phase, it involves short growth phase, student, whereas oogenesis involve long growth phase, and occurrence, it continues, okay, after puberty also, whereas it is a cyclic pattern. So dear students, you have got a clear-cut idea about oogenesis, but if still there is any query, please feel free to call me. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.